Hello friends, today we will do question answers of poem Wind. Extract based questions. Read the extract given below and answer the questions that follow. Question 1. The wind blows out weak fires. He makes strong fire roar and flourish. His friendship is God. We praise him every day. First, how does the wind affect the weak fires? Answer. The wind blows out the weak fires. Second, what is the effect of the wind on strong fire? Answer. The wind makes the strong fire even more strong and increases its power. Third, trace a word from the extract that means prosper. Flourish. Question number 2. Wind comes softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw the books on the shelf. First, whom does the poet request in the above lines? Answer. The poet makes a request to the wind in the above lines. Second, write any one action of the wind. Answer. Scattering of paper, throwing books from the shelf, and breaking the shutters of the windows. Third, trace a word from the extract which means thrown in different directions. Answer. Scatter. Question number 3. He won't do what you tell him. So come, let's build strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. Practice to form the body. Make the heart steadfast. First, what does the poet advise? Answer. The poet advises to build strong homes, join the door firmly, and to make our body firm and strong. Second, he won't do what you tell him. What does it mean? Answer. It means that the wind does not follow our commands. Third, find a word from the extract that means loyal or faithful. Steadfast. Question number 4. He won't do what you call him. So, let's build strong homes. Let's join the door firmly. Practice to firm the body, make the heart steadfast. First, what does he stands for? Answer. He stands for wind. Second, what should we do to save our homes? Answer. To save our homes, we should bring strong homes and join the door firmly. Third, the word which stands for to fix is join. Question number 5. Wind, come softly. Don't break the shutters of the windows. Don't scatter the papers. Don't throw down the books on the shelf. There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings. First, write about any two destructive activities of wind. Two destructive activities of wind are breaking the shutters of windows, scattering the papers, throwing down the books, and tearing the pages of the books. Second, How can we make friends with wind? We can make friends with the wind by building strong homes and strong body and heart. Third, find the word from the abstract which is an antonym of foolish. Clever. Now, short answer type questions. Question number 1. Describe the central idea of the poem. Answer. The poem Wind inspires us to face the challenges thrown at us with grit and firm determination. We should be strong enough to face and go through at some point time in our lives. Question number 2. Is wind regarded as a symbol of destruction in the poem? Explain. Answer. In the poem, first stanza depicts the destruction caused by wind. The wind tears the pages of the books, brings rain again, and destroys the daily life of the weaker section of the world. The strong or gusty winds represent turmoil and trouble in our life, and these troubles are to be ignored. Question number 3. What are the figures of speech in the poem Wind? Answer. The most common figure of speech in the poem is anaphora, which means repeating of certain words. The repetition of the word don't in the first 3 lines of the poem is an example of anaphora. Also, the entire poem is a metaphor as it ends on a note of application to humanity to stand against all natural or man-made. Question number 4. Can wind ever be friend with us? Answer. Wind literally can be our friend. Wind is a phenomenon which teaches us to be strong. Our friend always teaches us to be strong and determined. In times of need, wind wants us to bravely face our obstacles. Hence, we have to be strong when there are obstacles in our life so that we don't get beaten up by them. Long answer type questions. Question number 1. What challenges are posed by wind in the life of the poet and the common man? Answer. In our lives, wind disrupts our daily routine. It hampers and dampens the spirit of life around. According to the poet, rain and wind were deeds of nature that are perceived as the tempest forces which destroy the old and evil inside a man in order to create joy and liberty in his mind. Wind is that difficult natural phenomenon which is very difficult to be predicted accurately, just as our problems which can arise from now here. It can hit us at any time of our life. It marks the very being of being alive. For frail people, literally and metaphorically, wind creates barriers. Winds do not let a frail body or a frail mind survive, but on the other hand, if you are strong, you have the power and the will to survive and fight back. Wind can never be a threat to your living being. Question number 2. Does the poem reflect the human suffering being initiated by wind? Explain with examples. Answer. I believe that wind is a poignant example of the metaphor of God's will for a variety of reasons. First, wind is invisible, but the effects it has on Other aspects of this world are clear and evident. Our poem reflects upon both the constructive and destructive paths taken by the wind. Wind is extreme and violent, but not necessarily legitimately with anger and emotions. Wind creates compassion, but apathy at the same time in human life. Winds emphasize the passionate, intense nature of the poet, while the decay and death inherent in the metaphor suggest the sacrifice and suffering of humans. We also see that wind is a metaphor for the God's will because its effects in this world can be both beneficial or ostensibly destructive. Thank you, friends.